Welcome back to Touhoumon Lunatic Platinum. In the last part, I wasted half an hour traversing a completely pointless cave. I'm so glad this is how my only recording session of the week is being spent. And in this part, I'm gonna continue going through routes, and then maybe we'll reach something by the time I finish recording today, because I'm probably not reaching anything by this end of this part, because there seems to be a lot of route to do. Get my bike out to go up this one slope, and then I get off the bike. Let's say something about slopes and zip-zop, zippity-bops, but you can't really joke about Bill Cosby nowadays. I already battled you. Right, there's like a direction over there, but then there's a bridge over there, and there's a ledge over there. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, let's be quick about this. So I battled a bunch of completely pointless trainers in that cave. Does that mean I can have a slight higher level advantage against these random puppets? So that no, it's still level 22. Not that much higher level than everything. That's what happens when you have a full team of 5, or not a full team, almost a full team, before the halfway point of the game. But don't you worry, I'm not gonna get on for like 15 plus parts because of where the hell she is. South Route 210. Way over there. Where near there? The entirety of Mount Coronet going through the middle of the region. I don't have to go through all that before I reach the next town, right? Right? Alright, so this is my third recording. I've talked about many things, so I've kind of ran out of things. And that's kind of a problem when there's a giant route I gotta do with no dialogue read, so I just gotta figure something out to talk about. Yeah? Did you know that Lewis is the only puppet on my team with a red symbol instead of a blue one? What are the odds of that? 60 power! Here's the thing. Misty is a physical attacker, so why the hell would I use this? It's a completely useless move. Oh yeah, let's do this again. Oops, I'm out of puppets. There's another cave over there. You wanna know why there's another cave over there? Because I'm about to walk in Mount Coronet. Oh, Mount Coronet. Rock climbs in this game? Really? Rock climb is an HM that you don't get until like near the end of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. In fact, I don't think I've ever made it far enough into Kanto to get it before. Wahaha, laughter brings good fortune. This makes me wonder when you get it in this game. Is Gen 4 the peak of useless HMs? Or does Gen 3 have more? Because I think it had more water ones. I don't know, I feel like by Gen 5, they kind of toned it down a bit. Because... Did they? You had your cut, your surf. Was Rock Smash in Gen 5? I honestly can't remember. If it was, I don't think it was required at any point. You definitely had strength, which you haven't even gotten to in this game yet. Waterfall. I think the big thing about Gen 5 is that they had dive, but it was completely optional. Because it was basically used for this one side quest. That was... the only purpose of it was to get a lot of money. I think it was in the post-game too. So, maybe Gen 5 didn't really tone down the HMs. But it did make dive optional, which isn't something, I guess. I was hoping you'd continue to miss that. I'm burned, which means I'm not going to kill you in the next hit, which means I might as well run away at this point. And wouldn't it be so cool if one of my puppets evolved while I was playing today? That'd be really cool. Right, I forgot. Kasume. Really annoying. not the one using her. Back to Takane again, who I would be able to keep Jolene out if she wasn't paralyzed or she wasn't confused. So let's have a crab battle. So the Anna in Fire Emblem Fates, her name is spelled with 2 N's. I don't know if that's a constant throughout the series, because I haven't checked any of the other games, but for at least one game, Anna is spelled differently from how I spelt it here. Oh no, Anna with 1 N seems like the more common spelling. I can tell. I've been reading a lot of custom Fire Emblem Fates supports recently. There's a giant playlist of them that's like 600 videos long. I watched like the first 200 or so of them like a really long time ago. Go for it, my puppets, I'll do my best too. Go do it, my puppets, we'll work hard too. And I kinda always intended to watch the rest of them at some point, and then I never did, and then the playlist just got bigger and bigger. And then finally I just decided recently that I would start watching them now there's like 600 of them. I started doing it backwards. So technically I've watched them all at this point, and now I'm just rewatching the ones I watched like 5+ years ago. But there's like 50 something left at some point. I'm going to watch them all. So yeah, I'm very familiar with the characters from Fire Emblem Fates at this point. So there's a big problem with watching so many custom supports for a Fire Emblem game, is at some point you don't remember what is canon or not from those games. There's like details I know about those characters that I think most of them are in fact not true. I played Fire Emblem Revelations recently. I read a couple of those supports, but it's like, not that many. You can't read that many supports in a Fire Emblem game. Just because the way you unlock them is so tedious. Not nearly as tedious as older Fire Emblem games, mind you. It takes so fucking long to unlock a support in a GBA Fire Emblem game. Koichi is just kind of an annoying shithead, isn't she? She's just not dying. I think it's just like the 3rd turn, and you see her HP bar? Yeah, that's so great. And then she changes type, so she just takes even less damage. Fucking move on. Naturally. Yep, look at me. You take no damage. You certainly take no damage. I can't use the same move twice in a row. Yeah. You said the same thing. Hey, I didn't buy potions, did I? I got 5 of them. Is that enough? No, let's go to the Pokemon Center. Been nearly 10 minutes, nothing's happened. I wonder if I'll watch more when I'm done with that playlist. There's also an Awakening playlist that I've had saved forever, never watched because I was gonna watch it after I finished the other one. Can you see these? I've never... If you go onto a YouTube channel, can you like see what playlists they have saved? I don't know. If you can, then I don't know, you can look at what playlist I'm talking about. Mike, bike, it's here. Go. Go! Yes. Yeah, those 2 playlists were like continuations of custom sports made by like different channels a long time ago. So those videos are like 9 years old now. remember watching those when those like came out. I just got through Mount Coronet, but I've still got enough energy to burn. Maybe I'll go back and watch those really old ones. Gary is my fire type. I remember that older channel, there was a point where, for like the longest time, all the supports they made, they revolved around Flora, who was the blue-haired maid at the beginning of Fire Emblem Fates, not to be confused with her sister Felicia, the pink-haired maid at the beginning of Fire Emblem Fates. I am now being reminded that this puppet with ice on its head, Snow, is in fact resistant to fire, which just makes so much sense. Really, what the hell type are you? The Earth type? Because you are. Because you're a Jizo statue, which means you're a rock. Which means you're Earth type. No? You're the I get fucked type. Because you take no damage from anything I throw at you, but you two-shot Anna. That's cool. Rolling. So, if I decide to continue watching custom sports after I finish the playlist I have saved, I decide to watch like the really older ones, I'm going to watch a bunch of videos with Flora. It's fine, Flora is a fine character from Fire Emblem Fates. She's absolutely shafted in the original game because she only has 2 sports. 3, technically, I think. There's one with her sister. Is she one of the characters whose support conversation with the main character is different depending on the main character's gender? It's really weird how they did that in Awakening and Fates, where some characters, whether you're male or female main character, your support will be the same with a different character, with some characters, but different with other characters. And I don't remember which is which. Very weird thing they did. Hello, Lucas? Hey, Dawn, how's your puppet decks coming along? Not at all. Me, I'm always doing great, I wish. That's not important. Lately, I've been experimenting with a couple of neat tools. Dawn, I'll share with you. Choose a hand. I'm right-handed. Oh yeah, you want the Versus Seeker. Yep, Dawn, you know what's important. So would you give me something else if I choose the left hand, or is this a non-option? Using the Versus Seeker, you can find trainers who want to battle with you again. Dawn, what about a puppet? Do you have one? Yep, you do. You can have this too, then. Deserve for all your effort, Dawn. Dowsing Machine. Alright. Wasn't a dowsing machine like this in the game? Man, having your first Pokemon game be Black 2 really spoils you on how good a dowsing machine can be. Just like the best dowsing machine in the series, and then none of the other ones are nearly that good. So we'll see how this one is. If I can find it. What are these apps? What are they? Are some of these like new, or are these all in the original game? I can't tell which one is the dowsing machine. Is it this one? Is it? I don't know. If it is, then that's kind of worthless. Oh my god. Why did it take them until Gen 5 to make a useful dowsing machine? Here I am. Mount Coronet. I bought repels, didn't I? Yeah, they're down here. Right, they're at the bottom of my bag. At least, I mean, them being at the bottom of the bag is fine now until I grab an item and then they're no longer at the bottom of the bag, which means getting them, resetting them every time will be more annoying, unless it remembers my cursor placement, which I don't remember if it does. I should have used that to check how this dowsing machine works. Alright, is it gonna show me anything? No? No? You gonna tell me something? Every time I have to use the bottom screen, I have to make the mouse come out. Then I'm gonna have to move again. What are you doing here, jackass? According to one theory, Mount Coronet is where the Sinnoh region began. A newly created world. A world where only time flowed and space expanded. What? What do you mean? Time already flows and space already expands. What the hell are you talking about? There should have been no strife. You want a world of nothing? But what became of that world? Because the human spirit is weak and incomplete, strife has spread. This world is being ruined by it. I find this state of affairs to be deplorable. Yeah, you're definitely one of those. I'm trying to be deep, but I'm kind of just talking a bunch of nonsense antagonist, aren't you? Like Lysander. This world isn't perfect. There's a reason why the most memorable antagonist in the series is a mob boss. And not whatever the hell they try to do other times. Be able to get a TM if I could surf over there. Although I say that Gen 5's antagonists were pretty good, and they tried to be a bit deeper than Mob Boss. But like other times, we're gonna have our villainous teams try to be like like allude to climate extremism, and the result of that is two guys who don't know the colors between different rocks. And then we're gonna have this guy who's trying to comment on conflict caused by humanity by restarting the universe or something. And then whatever the hell Lysander is. I don't even know what the fuck Lysander is. And then Gen 7, we'll have Lusamine, who is honestly probably one of the best antagonists in the series, but then I guess they thought they went too far. So they basically, after Sun and Moon, they never did Lusamine like that again. Because in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they basically rewrote her entire character. And then I think in the anime, she's just a completely different character. I think she's actually a decent, like, parent in the anime. I don't know, I've never seen it. But yeah, they apparently they thought they went too far with Lusamine. If I beat you, will you share some food with me? Guzma was pretty cool though, but he wasn't the main villain really, so. He got like a whole arc in the Rainbow Rocket thing in the Ultra games, I think. And the whole redemption thing. He's a decently cool character. And this is the last reference I have for Pokemon antagonists. So I stopped, never played a game past Gen 7. The villain of the 8th game was like that chairman guy, right? Was it? Didn't he have a really stupid motivation? We were starved for food, and now we're starved for a win. Or like there's gonna be an energy crisis in the region in like 1,000 years or something, and he decided he really needed to fix that like right now. So he's trying to cause some like great calamity that you had to stop him for or something. Yeah, again, Pokemon, when they try to write a deeper villain than I'm a mob boss, aren't I evil? They have some interesting results. Some are good, some are not. This Karate Man's going to pulverize you. Kyle! Man. Is there ever any reason for me to do anything besides just spam quick wing attack with you, Mistia? You don't really have The other move's Sing, which is only useful in certain situations, and Sand Attack's just used to kind of stall against bosses. We got Pulverized. I don't know if you've fought anything that's weak to wind yet, but even if you have, I don't know if the difference in power would be worth it. Yep, can't go past that. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be a massive pain to go back and go through all the HM areas again, which I'm not going to do until I get Fly. Even then, I'm dreading it. That'll probably be a whole part. It's just me going back through all the previous areas in the game. I'm gonna use HMs on different places. I'm just basically gonna have to backtrack to the whole game and see, just try to look out places I can explore. Gahaha, you're just a little kid. How are you supposed to beat a big man like me? It's kind of hard to tell with the perspective that Pokemon games have. Everyone seems to be about the same height, even though they're not. Now this is a knife. Team Fortress 2. Talk about Team Fortress 2. Played Team Fortress 2 since I think the last video I made of Team Fortress 2, which was how long ago? Very long time. I think I literally tried to play it like once, like a month ago. I got like one round and I just wasn't having fun and I stopped. Why, a big man like you got schooled by a little kid like me? Yeah, that's kind of been a sentiment for a while, is that, like, people enjoy watching TF2 stuff more than they enjoy actually playing the game. And it's only recently got to the point where that sentiment is kind of killing the game. Because I remember watching a video recently where it's, like, talking about there's basically there's not really any more YouTube content creators for Team Fortress 2. Because there aren't really many people playing the game for the first time anymore, because the game's been a mess since Meet Your Match. And even after they finally dealt with the fucking bots that went on for way too long, this game still has a bunch of problems that kind of make it not that fun to play. Like, I remember all the times I played Team Fortress 2 in the past, like, 5 years or so. Oh, you want to have a battle? I was meaning to enter a contest, but beating you won't take long. I would just play, like, Class Wars and randomizers. Just because the base game is kind of a mess. The matchmaking system is fucking awful. I remember when I used to really play Team Fortress 2, I was really young. It was before I even started playing, before I started playing Garden Warfare, because I think that's what happened. I think I used to play Team Fortress 2, and then Garden Warfare came out in like 2014, and that kind of took over. I remember Team Fortress 2 being a lot more fun because you had quick play and you could just quickly go onto matches and you just go into whatever maps. You get a wider variety of maps. I don't know. I've watched I've watched videos about this, but I shouldn't be the one to explain it. It's just matchmaking since Meet Your Match in Team Fortress 2 is terrible. And it just makes it kind of a pain of a game to play sometimes. Which is a shame. And you know, the game's like over 20 years old at this point, so you'd expect it to start dying at this point, but it didn't really have to. Man, you suck. Really? You really just used Yawn, followed by Confuse Ray. You are not worth my time. Let's get this over with. Yeah, you are not worth anyone's time, really. This is your entire, this is just what you do, huh? This is just what you do? This is the worst puppet trainer ever made. This fucking sucks. You suck. You are a waste of time. Go into a hole and don't come out. Yep. Gotta go to the Pokemon Center now. Really? Really? What? I'll sleep. Huh? Still going? I hate you. I don't know where... Are you a healing spot? If you're not a healing spot, I'm in a fucking pickle, aren't I? Everyone seems to call me the Berry Master. I hand out berries daily because I want people to learn how wonderful they are. They're deserving of one. You are. Citrus berry. That's cool. I can't revive my dead puppet, though. Certain kinds of berries need lots and lots of water. Would you like some mulch? If you're going to grow berries, mulch is a good fertilizer. Nope. Please come again. I won't. Something written on this book. This book title is Much Ado About Mulch, a Berry Grower's Guide. Which kind of mulch would you like to read about? None of them. Why is this berry just look like a giant corn? Peanap berries. Panicular berries. Of course you're a trainer. Better you and I, let us create a scene, a fantastic tableau of battle. I don't know who's out front. Hopefully it's someone who's not dying. Although I'm pretty sure most of my puppets are dying because of that terrible last battle. Oh, you have a starter. How interesting. Can you two-shot with knockoff, even though your attack stat isn't good? Yeah, you can. Cool. Aurora Beam? Shouldn't be good against me because I'm a fire type. Why'd that do neutral damage against me? I'm a fire type. Are you telling me that ice is not weak to fire in this attack triangle? That's one of the, like, basic things you should never change. Because ice is not gonna do good against fire. Well, I know. Simply know that I know nothing. That's great. Don't need that crit. Really cool. I got crit. Now I gotta change out so I don't have another puppet that's dead. Alice is asleep. Jolene is dead. Great route this is, really. Like how most of Mount Coronet went fine, but as soon as I got to the route after it, that's when everything went wrong. So, because since I'm already out of Mount Coronet, I'm going to assume that means that most of the exploration needed to go through there requires surf. When are you gonna find surf? I don't know. You don't get surf until after the 5th gym. Emerald. Magnificent. I am aglow with inspiration. Didn't realize there was a painter class in this game. There is in Gen 5. You a trainer? Don't say a word, just take it. An odd keystone. What's it do? A vital item that is needed to keep a stone tower from collapsing. Voices can be heard from it occasionally. That tells me a whole lot of nothing. Is this a town? I finally made it to a town. There are 3 parts of wandering around, fighting many trainers. Some way more annoying than other ones. You look like a unique NPC. If you say Touhoumon City, I only say this, puppet contest. Oh no. I'm going to enter my darling puppets in them. Oh no. Pee-pee! Bet Aaron sees many of those being a doctor. Touhoumon City is a great place. Every year it gets voted the most desirable place to live in Sinnoh. Why is there just immediately a place to go to the south? Hello, Mistia? I already have one of you. Oh, thank goodness that you happen to be there. If it weren't for you, who knows how far away my Mistia would have run. Baby Mistia, back into the puppet orb you go. I'm Kira. I'm a puppet contest judge. Be sure to drop by the contest hall so I can thank you properly. I'm gonna have to do this, aren't I? Oh, Pokemon contest. I was able to avoid them for the entirety of Emerald because they got majorly shafted in Emerald compared to Ruby and Sapphire. Alright, where's the Pokemon Center so I can end this part? Where is it? Pokemon Center, where are you? Pokemon Center, please. Pokemon Center. Why are there baby strollers about? Yeah, that's the, not the Pokemon, there it is. Wow, this looks like there's a lot to explore around here, isn't there? Hello, do you have a Poffin case? If you haven't got one, you really must visit the Puppet Fan Club. Alright, I can finally have a part where I can just explore a town. Which is good, because I have forced its all ran out of things to talk about. Fantina, the gym leader, likes contests too. That lady has a huge appetite for experiencing everything in life. Fantina, isn't that... That's the 5th one. Is she gonna pull a Jasmine and not let me fight her until much later? Have you checked out the global terminal in Jubilife City? It uses Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, which is dead. I can't explain it, but it's wicked and dead. Alright, well there you go. Worked out time-wise, about 30 minutes. So in the next part, we're gonna do something that's not going through a bunch of routes and caves battling like a bunch of trainers. I'm gonna go through a city! How exciting. Maybe do some contests, or I might save them for the next part. Who knows? Like,